Often, often. Yeah, I do this often. Make that pussy poppin'. Do it how I wanna.
That was...
You know that song? Oh, there's no mat here.
Our guest is the host of the Nichols Dimez show. He is an entrepreneur and a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Today, we are rolling with Chris Nichols.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, Chris?
What's up, Nico?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So you've done jiu-jitsu before?
Yes, thanks to you.
Well, how so?
Man, well, you helped me get started at Ocean Pacific here, and it was a good way to start training and throughout the past year. Kind of on a more casual cadence, once, twice a week or so, given the schedule. But really an amazing introduction to jiu-jitsu overall. And finally this year I joined Legion AJJ and taken it up a notch, and it's become an important part of life now.
Why did you start jiu-jitsu?
Oh man, well, really the community is what drew me to jiu-jitsu. When I moved to San Diego a few years ago, I got integrated with a community that was pretty big into jiu-jitsu. A lot of guys with overlap in the military special operations community. And these were just some people I really enjoyed being around. They had such great energy, and they all were so enthusiastic about jiu-jitsu. It had always been something I was so interested in from afar. I wanted to have like a good martial art to help balance my mindset, my overall thinking, right? And to have some sort of comfort in any sort of physical situation.
Okay. But like, does jiu-jitsu fulfill a need for intimacy in your life, do you think?
It does, yeah, especially with I can answer this a few different ways, but I'd say one, I grew up playing a lot of team sports, contact sports, and I love that. Throughout my adult life, there was a lot of working out individually, lifting weights in the gym, and this allowed me to go hand to hand with another guy again.
Chest to chest?
Chest to chest, hips to hips, all the good stuff, yeah.
And what's your sex life like?
Wow, it comes and it goes.
Oh yeah?
It depends on my confidence levels. It depends on my outlook on the world. That's really it. It all comes from me.
So sexually, I struggled with premature ejaculation for about 35 years. I'm 35 right now. And so what was the most difficult part about the sexual experience for you? Was it just finding a mate, anyone to say yes? Was it the actual performance of it? Was it the post? Where was your anxiety? Mine was during, and before. I had a really tough time getting people actually to agree. That's part of the reason I started jiu-jitsu, because they didn't have to agree anymore. Yeah. And then my performance was shit, and it still is pretty bad. But where's yours? What's difficult for you?
Gosh, that's great. And I think maybe in jiu-jitsu, some of the Kegel exercises with the hip thrust might help you.
Closed guard.
Yeah, closed guard, that helps you a lot. But I would say overall, as far as performance, it's just like sports, right? Some days you have good days, some days you have bad days. And it all depends on where your head's at. Earlier on in my athletic career, I was known as a head case. And so some days I would just be a disaster, and other days I'd be the best they've ever seen.
So you'd swing that wildly?
Perhaps.
What if you only have bad days, like I did for the first 15 years of my sexual lifespan?
Yeah, that would require some serious healing, I think. I'm sure you did some self-development to help fix that. It sounds like jiu-jitsu was that for you. But that would be tough to approach that situation. Maybe you would work on talking to girls, but then you would say goodnight.
Well, dude, actually what really helped was making noise.
Loud noises!
I found that I was silent. I wouldn't make any noise during the sexual experience. I'm serious.
Yeah.
And that anxiety, there's no release valve.
Yeah.
And making noise actually, I'm now up to 3 minutes per sexual activity.
Oh, nice. That's impressive.
Which is enough.
Yeah, you know what I would say, so for me, I like to play rap music. And so I like to sing, sometimes R&B.
During,
yeah, and I'll sing. And
let me hear just a bar or two of
oh man, well I think the go-to would, the Weeknd, Drake, that'd be the go-to.
Put me there.
Let me think here. What's a good weekend song we like to play? Often, often. Yeah, I do this often. Make that pussy poppin'. Do it how I wanna.
That was.
You know that song?
No, I don't. But I am hard right now, so. Hulkmania.
There's that thing.
Finish. Finish. Almost.
Wrong one.
Nope.
Wrong arm again.
Do you have any special moves in the bedroom?
Oh man.
As far as asana, body positioning, any just moves that are to you? This is the Chris special.
Well, I think I like to. Oh man, I got to think about this one. I'd say I'm pretty basic, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do too much freaky shit. I like to be a pretty focused dude. So this is like a nice release session from the stress of life.
Do you play with rhythm changes, or are you all the auditory experience is how you bring the fresh vibes, or? I'm pretty I like missionary dog.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty simple too.
Yeah. You know what? It depends what song is playing.
So you're all music.
I like the music. I kind of cut it off because it started to piss people off. They thought I wasn't giving them the attention.
Wow, I'm all
Yeah.
silence. I mean, even
Yeah.
my jujitsu classes, we don't
Yeah.
play music.
I'm pretty silent too in general.
But sex is music. Lights on or off?
Well, I don't mind. I like them on because I like to see what's going on.
course.
But usually
That's how I feel.
the other person likes to have it off. I think it has to do with.
And you don't take that personally?
Oh no, I think they're worried about themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually it.
That's a good way to
Yeah,
live.
I have no problem with what I'm about to show.
Under the blankets or over on top?
Either or.
Where's the
yeah.
weirdest place you've had sex?
At a house party in the balcony.
Nice. Under the stars?
No, it was daytime.
That's disgusting. Something lighter, a little easier to talk about.
Okay.
But what is God?
To me, God is love.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you interact with God? Do you have like a practice that interacts with love specifically?
Yes. Well, God is certainly. I mean, I do consider Him in charge of everything, but He gives me choices in life, right? He gives me the wisdom to make decisions, and He wants me to succeed. He wants me to be my best, and so it's my job to fulfill that. This isn't a approach where, oh, whatever happens happens. No, it's He's given me opportunity, and I'm supposed to conquer it, and I pray every day.
So it's love, but it's also you can interact with this love entity. I know it's difficult at any time we talk about like the mystery or whatever, it almost gets further away from it, but
Yeah.
it's still fun and worthwhile, I find. So it's love, but it's also something you can interact with and something can you talk to?
For
God?
sure, yeah. No, I do.
Does it talk back?
Yes, and that I think a lot of people have different ways of describing it, but people talk about the bigger being out there, right, or the universe. I think these are all just different ways of describing the God, right, who created everything, and what is that inner voice that you have, and it takes practice to know when He's talking to you.
Aha. Gotta get an arm bar.
Yep.
Lock your legs. What's your favorite drug? Do you do drugs?
You know, I've tried drugs. What is my favorite drug?
Do you
right
but
now?
not actively? Or are
No,
you
you know, it's rare. I'm pretty good these days, but once in a while, weed can help me chill out because I can get pretty uptight.
And you can do weed once in a while. You don't find a recurring habit.
That's right.
Nice, dude. That's super good.
Yeah.
How many pillows do you sleep with that night?
I have 3 in the bed.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but I use 2 usually under my head.
Is it a square shape?
Yes, it's a rectangle.
Yeah, okay. And what kind of water do you have at home? If I walked in and I was like, have a glass of water, would I get a bottle? Would I get a Brita? What would I get?
You know, this is a debatable topic. So I used to drink from the tap, and I had some people who really wanted to push back on that.
Yeah.
And one night I had some friends over, and my friend, she ordered Amazon Prime a Brita for me, and it got there the next day.
So you're a Brita boy.
A Brita boy, but I don't think the filters work, so it's really just to keep it cold, but I still use it.
Okay. Do you think drinking tap water all those years is why you tap so often in jiu-jitsu?
You know what? That's a good question. Yeah, I'm gonna start. I might have to start with this alkaline thing.
Dude, I actually bought a hydrogen water thing. I bit on it. Could be a Chinese scam. I don't even know. It could be bad for me, but I'm on it. I'm drinking hydrogen water every morning. I'll let you know what happens in a few months. I only have more questions. I feel like we can talk forever, but that's exactly why you should check out the Nichols and Dimez show, where you can hear long form content with Chris and the amazing people he's been interviewing. Fighters, entrepreneurs. Is there anything about the show, or share where people can find you and find your show, please?
Sure, thank you. Yeah, so the Nichols and Dimez show, and you can find it on Spotify, Apple. I've got the full video episodes on YouTube now as of this year, 2024, which is exciting. But I have entrepreneurs of all different types. They've got incredible stories, and we find trends from their journeys of building a brand for themselves or their business, and just the diverse backgrounds of these people, but the high performance across all of them is what I really enjoy being a part of. And I would love for you to join this journey with me, follow the show, and see what we can learn along the way.
Okay, that's enough. Thank you so much for being here, bro. Thanks for
Nico.
training with me. I love you. And that's the show. That's Rolling with Chris Nichols. Camera facing. Nice job, bro.